Hello, hello, good morning to all of you. I am Professor and Dr. Parampalle Surendra Padya speaking from Bangalore. Now, let me tell about Cancer Ascendant in English. So, Cancer Ascendant has got following planets in exaltation and debilitation. Mercury is exalted in Rashi Kanya, and same thing is debilitated in the Rashi Pisces. Venus is debilitated in the Rashi Virgo and exalted in the Rashi Pisces. Oh, okay. And Sun is exalted in the Rashi Aries and debilitated in the Rashi Libra. Saturn is debilitated in the Rashi Aries and Saturn is exalted in Rashi Libra. Moon is debilitated in Scorpio and Moon is exalted in Taurus. Mars is exalted in Capricorn. Same thing is debilitated in Cancer Ascendant. Okay. So, Ketu, Guru, Jupiter is debilitated in Capricorn and Jupiter is exalted in Cancer. Okay. So, Mars is debilitated. Okay. After knowing all these things, let me go further. For Cancer Ascendant, Venus and Mercury are malefic, Mars, Jupiter and Moon are auspicious. Mars is capable of conferring a full-fledged yoga and giving auspicious results. Saturn and the Sun are killers and give effects according to association. These are Cancer Ascendant's effects. Note, the role of the Sun is compared to that of Saturn as a killer. The Sun is the lord of second house and Saturn rules the 7th house and 8th house. For your information, second house is Maraka and 7th house lord is also Maraka. Okay. Both the houses of Saturn are inauspicious and hence he is classified as a killer. However, they are not independently capable of doing bad or good, but act as per their relationship with others. Venus is auspicious by virtue of angular lordship, 4th house, Mula Trikona, and the 11th house lordship. The 11th lord for a movable sign is a malefic, that is Badaka. Okay, that is Saturn for Aries, Venus for Cancer, and the Sun for Libra and Mars for Capricorn. Chapter 34 Ascendants. Thus, Venus gets a dual role to do evil for a Cancer native. 3rd and 12th lordship of Mercury will inflict harm and hence he is inauspicious. The best planet for this ascendant is Mars, as he owns a trine as well as angle. The 10th lordship will prevail much more favorably as the 10th is the best of the 4 angles and Aries is the Mula Trikona sign of Mars. The other 2 favorable planets are Jupiter and the Moon. Jupiter is the lord of the 6th and 9th. Though 6th is the Mula Trikona, the sage has given preference to the 9th lordship for obviously 2 reasons. Firstly, the 9th is best of the 2 trines and Jupiter is a close friend of the Moon, the ascendant lord. The 3rd favorable planet is the Moon, who is the ascendant lord. The order of preference is Mars, Jupiter and Moon. That is, benefic tendency will descend from one to another and hence the Moon is the best benefic. Okay. So, Moon is the least benefic. Okay. If Mars is well related to Jupiter, the Moon or the Sun, he can do wonders for a Cancer native. The best place as far as Saturn is concerned is Capricorn in the company of Mars or the Moon. Okay. Ella grahagalu, so all planets are friends to the Moon. Rahu, Ketu, Venus are enemies. And for Cancer Ascendant, Venus becomes the lord of 4th and 11th and hence confirms him or happiness and comforts to the native. It also gives them motherly happiness and also happiness through vehicles. Venus is bestowing wealth and women comforts also. However, see, Venus, for your information, is actually Bhadaka. Okay, Badaka means he will bestow bad results. When Venus be in debilitated avastha, Cancer persons may have some illegal activities with women other than wife. Venus in third house, okay, is actually for communication, short travels, telephone, mobile, tourism, hobbies, competition, savings, etc. The native may be indulging in short travels for seeing picnic places as well as dramas, cinemas, etc. Okay, and for Cancer ascendant being Maraka, Sun becomes the lord of second house. Second house is house of finance, family, right, speech, etc. Since Sun is egoistic planet, the natives' ego will be seen in their conversation. They may not bend their head to any other people. Since Sun is exalted in Aries, Cancer ascendant people are normally get jobs in the government. Else, they may be in higher post wherein they will be executing their powers. Okay. So now Sun is also debilitated in Libra, which is a house of fourth house. However, it is the natural seventh house. Since Sun is debilitated, they become ego-less people and also be liked by one and all. Because when the debilitated planet is there, then definitely it is better than the exalted planet. So the relationship with the people will be more friendly, for your information. Spouse of Cancer ascendant people are very miserly giving people, so they create turmoil situation in the relationship. However, Libra is a natural seventh house wherein Saturn is exalted. Hence, in the long run, the relationship between Cancer ascendant and the spouse of Capricorn and Aquarians are very stable, though there are continuous arguments and counter arguments between husband and wife. Saturn becomes debilitated in Aries, which is 10th house for Cancer ascendants. Hence, in the professional life, there may be hard work needed to get their job intact, and also there may be troublesome environments from the employees, also as employees are represented by Saturn. Mangal in Capricorn 7th house from Cancer ascendant is exalted. It indicates Cancer ascendant fellows are benefited by Lord of land and house properties. They may be having least two at least, okay, having at least two or more properties in their life period. Cancer people may be a good administrators, so at least two, okay, two or more. Yes. So Cancer people may be good administrator also, however, they should be involved in partnership with anybody. Also, they should not be involved in share markets and also in financial markets. If they will burn their fingers and hence thereby losses for their immediate decisions. Losses because of their immediate decisions. Moon is a lord of ascendant and is exalted in 11th house, and their mother is always profitable to them. However, Moon is also debilitated in the house of Scorpio. It creates jealousiness in them. Even they may have difference of opinion with the mother also. However, mother is profitable to them only. Jupiter is the lord of 6th house and 9th house. It means that stomach problems will be there. Also acidity. From acidity they may be suffering. The native is having a good luck from father. 9th house is for father and boss. 9th house is father only. Okay. It is not boss. For Jupiter is exalted in the ascendant, indicating the native as well as native is well knowledgeable and educated also. Jupiter is debilitated in house of karma as per Kalapurusha Kundali in Capricorn. In fact, that creates hurdles in the profession by the people. Okay. So Jupiter is 7th H from ascendant, hence spouse is not having less knowledge, is having less knowledge, not having. What is that? Jupiter is 7th house actually. No, Jupiter for Cancer ascendant is actually 6th H. It is not 7th house. Okay, so it is not that, but for the time being it is okay. It is in 7th transit. Jupiter is in 7th house. Okay, so Jupiter exalted in Cancer. So when Jupiter is exalted in Cancer, they are very knowledgeable and educated also. Jupiter is actually debilitated in the house of 7th. Yes, Jupiter is debilitated in the house of Karma, which is also 7th house. Okay, when Jupiter is debilitated, it becomes house of partnership, that is 7th H. So partnership, they should be very careful, because Jupiter is debilitated means he may incur loss. So they have to be very careful. Okay. So now next, Rahu. If you consider Rahu for Cancer ascendant is in fact 8th house, because Rahu is considered to be belonging to Aquarius, Mula Trikona of Saturn, as well as for this. But that is as for Naisargika Kundali. Otherwise, it is in 8th house. Okay, Naisargika Kundali, it is a 11th house, house of 11th, profitable, foreign connection. Everything will be given to the Cancer ascendant. Otherwise, some sort of accidents may do by this Rahu. Ketu in Vrishtika for another 18 months will bestow occult knowledge to the natives of Cancer ascendant as per Kalapurusha. But actually, Rahu Ketu are taken from Gemini to Sagittarius, and some people, school of thoughts, they are taking Taurus and this one Scorpio. Okay, if you consider Taurus and Scorpio is the 5th house from Cancer ascendant. So their children may be interested in not in regular education. They may be interested in Veda, Upanishad and mantras also. Okay, if you consider Gemini, Rahu in Gemini, Cancer ascendant is a 12th house. So they may be having connection with the foreign also. There may be heavy expenditure due to disease. Suppose if cancer is there, they may be going for chemotherapy, radiotherapy, etc. Like that. So Rahu is in 12th house, and mostly Muslim countries they may visit also. All these things may be happening. Ketu in from Cancer and 6th house. So it may be again Ketu in 6th house is very good actually. So they may be attached to all these religious functions and all, because Rahu creates some problem in their health. So Ketu is actually searching for religious places and religious acts. Okay, so this is in English. Kannada I will tell afterwards. Okay, this is for English for Cancer ascendant people. Okay, this is a very peculiar way of narrating the entire 12 Rashis by taking into consideration of exaltation and debilitation into effect. Okay, 9481156540 is my mobile number. Thank you very much. All the best.